Do you have a lot of random things in your camera roll? Well, I have 35,000. Oh! Let's take a look back and just kind of look at some of the memes that I have. There's a lot of things in my camera roll that are questionable, probably. Hey there, welcome to Soup Saturday, the show where we hang out and we try different soup. Today we've got a soup that I've never tried before. It's Jazzy Jambalaya with chicken, sausage, and ham. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty excited for this soup. It smells fantastic. As I was setting up, it's been making my entire studio space here smell just like soup. I need to eat this. It smells so good. I've never had jambalaya before. I don't know what that means, if that's different from a normal soup, but this looks fire and smells good. So I'm all for it. Ooh, got a little bit of kick to it. Woo! First, we just have this picture of this lemur sitting at a table at the restaurant. Personally, I just think it's funny. The look on the woman's face, she just has this little smirk. And also, why do they have him sitting like a human being? It's just funny that he's not like in anything. They just kind of put him in this booth like he's just a little man and he's just sitting at the table ready for dinner. I feel like this is like Applebee's behavior. I can't really picture this happening anywhere else. I can just see some old woman bringing her lemur into Applebee's, having dinner with a lemur. I also think it's funny that they're sitting on the same side of the table, because to me that implies that there's somebody on the other side of the table. So there's not only one, but two insane people that brought this lemur to an Applebee's for dinner. This one's a little political. We have this one of Joe Biden and Trump kissing. Somebody took the time to paint this on the back of their truck. I really hope this isn't Photoshop. I'm picturing somebody sitting there for hours with acrylic paint from Walmart, hand painting this mural on the back of their truck. But it's just funny because this photo just gets even more weird the more you look at it. They just have a skeleton hanging out of the back. There's what looks like an engine just strapped in the back of this pickup truck. Where are you going? Why would you just paint this on the back of your truck? You didn't want to get it printed on a flag or anything. You just really needed to make it more permanent. So then we have this. This one is, I can explain this one. One of my coworkers was getting married. So basically we had this idea, because he hates the Cat in the Hat and he really hates furries, that we were going to dress up as the Cat in the Hat and show up at his wedding. And we landed on that Amazon had this and we were going to purchase this to wear it to his wedding. We never ended up doing it. But so now I just have this screenshot of this guy wearing this Cat in the Hat party Halloween costume. And he just looks so like dead inside. That's it. That's the reason I have that. To those saying Will Smith hitting Chris Rock is funny, I ask you this. Replace Will with the word airplanes and Chris with the Twin Towers. Not laughing now, are you? There's so many 9/11 jokes on the internet nowadays, and I think I've saved probably about 30. Let me just clarify this. It's not necessarily funny that 9/11 happened, but the amount of memes that get connected to 9/11, there's so many that are just linked to the most random things whatsoever. Ugh. The soup is fighting me. The jambalaya. Oh, man. I'm not going to lie. The rice in this soup is a fire move. I don't know if that's a jambalaya thing, but rice and soup, I love rice. I'll put rice in quesadillas. I'll put rice in anything. Rice and soup, good move. That's a good move right there. We have this picture of a bear on a picnic table. I think my humor is completely broken, because when I saw this photo of the bear sitting at the picnic table, you know what I did? I got an 8x10 print of it, printed out, picked it up the same day, and then framed it and put it on the wall of my kitchen next to the stove. I think bears are funny. This is hilarious, and it's in my kitchen forever now. I think the picture is pretty self-explanatory in and of itself. Nobody understands how much I love iced chai lattes. I really like tea, all right? So I was going through a phase where I had chai lattes every other day, and I was just making them. Jesus Christ. I don't know why I saved this, even though I hate furries. Also, I'm not gonna lie, the guy in the mirror kind of looks like Light Yagami from Death Note. And I just think that that's even more funny that he's like looking in this mirror thinking about chai lattes with just a wolf. I think that's so funny. Wife, what do you want for dinner? Me, bring me the bucket. The bucket? The bucket. Costco is now selling a 27-pound bucket of macaroni and cheese. So I have no idea if this image is real or not. I'm assuming that this is fully real. That's a lot of mac and cheese. 27 pounds? What do you even do with that other than something weird? I feel like you can't eat that. Do you have to refrigerate it? I would assume you have to because of the cheese and the dairy, but how do you go through all of that? Also, I feel like people are just gonna buy this and just put it in a bathtub and just lay in a tub of mac and cheese for some reason. If you get 2 of these buckets, that's probably enough. This has to be just an American thing too. Man, this soup. It's got a little bit of a spice to it. It's got a little bit of kick, which is nice because it's not overwhelming. It's like this nice little like flavor they've kind of just sprinkled in there. They mixed it nice. They did good with this one. Child with small telescope. The enhanced image is just killing me. It just looks ridiculous. Child with small telescope keeps coming by and staring up into our apartment. I have a wife and 2 kids up here. We don't need this kind of thing. By the time I run down there, he is gone. What has he seen? If this is your child, get control of it. It's so funny that they included 4 different photos of this kid. One wasn't enough. They needed to have the close-up, the extra close-up, the door through the peephole, and out the second story window. I think it's funny that they've resorted to posting this on a post, too. This is just so funny to me. I really don't know what else you do in this situation. This is similar to like people with drones when they freak out about drones being outside. And it's just like, what do you do, honestly, other than just call the police and like maybe have them figure it out? But I don't know. It's also funny that they're just like, what has he seen? Like, this has to be a meme. I cannot take this seriously with this entire thing at all. This entire thing has to be fake. I can't see this being a real thing. Godzilla versus Donkey Kong. This is a movie that I want to see. Just give Donkey Kong and Godzilla huge butts and then make them fight. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know why I have this. I can't explain. When is this from, too? March 2021. So it was like pandemic. I was sitting at home. Yeah, so I guess that makes sense for the pandemic. That was a weird time. It was like a year into it. You wouldn't microwave a baby. You want to bet? I absolutely would. I hate babies, dude. So as I've gotten older, I've realized more and more that I don't like kids. There was a time wanted to be like a cool dad, have kids, hang out with them. It just, every time I see someone with a child, they don't seem happy. They seem miserable. They have the soul sucked out of them. I already have that and I don't have kids. So why put the financial burden on myself as well on top of it? Just get a cat. I think cats are way better than kids. Way cheaper than a child. Easier to maintain than a baby, I'd like to think. 17, 18 years if you're lucky. And then that's it. Then they probably just die at that point. Babies, you got to take care of them for 18 years. Then they sometimes linger around even longer. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes they get annoying. Also, cats are way better than babies. If my cat could live to be 100, I would take that over a baby any day. Soup is making me burp. Jambalaya. Sometimes we eat the lemon, but on the inside we know we are the lemon. And the lemon is us. This was December 2020. I can't even begin to explain to you the mental state that I was in when I saved this to my camera roll. I really like citrus, okay? Lemons are fire. We're all lemons. That's just it. Lemon, 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 sometimes lemon, lemon, lemon. So, Furby. I'm pretty sure that this was a Facebook ad, and I just think it's terrifying that people are making Furbies have extra limbs and giving them realistic hands and just making them these absolute nightmare fuel. I don't know how much $170 is in, I think that's euros. That feels like a lot of money for a giant Furby. Imagine buying this and just having it sit in the corner of your room on a chair just staring at you. That would be terrifying. I also don't know why I screenshotted this, but I thought it was funny. My son stuck a snail in his nose when he was 2. We took him to the hospital and they used pharmaceutical cocaine to shrink his sinuses, and the doctor blew it out. We took him home and he rode his rocking horse for 2 hours nonstop. This is funny because I didn't even know that like medical cocaine was a thing. Pharmaceutical cocaine. I've never heard of that in my life. Just picturing this 2-year-old getting absolutely destroyed off of pharmaceutical cocaine, which is probably like a high quality thing too, if it's being used by doctors. Just absolutely cruising on that horse for 2 hours straight in the corner. He's just staring at the wall, just. Also, I feel like there's a lot of other things we probably could have done to get the snail out. You're telling me you couldn't have like taken tweezers or something and kind of just like pulled it out? We had to give this child cocaine and just blow right in the other nostril and spit it out. I feel like that's horrible. At least he's 2, so was on blasted on cocaine, so he probably is never gonna remember that. Yeah, I don't know. I just think that's a weird memory he's gonna just have one day. He's probably gonna think it's a fever dream when he just one day somehow like jogs that out of his deep internal memories. He's gonna have just these images of just cocaine, riding horses, and getting snails blown out of his nose. And it's going to be so funny when you have to explain it to him. All right, so that's going to be about it for our show and tell today of my camera roll. The soup? This Jazzy Jumbalaya, let me tell you about this. This is a great soup. I would highly recommend it. I'm giving it a 9.5 out of 10. The rice is fire. The meat is pretty good in the soup. It's not weird. Like it's just the sausage, the ham, and then chicken. It's a lot of meat, but I think that's a jambalaya thing. It's not bad though. It's not a bad mix. It's pretty much what you'd expect for a soup. It's got a little bit of spice to it. It's good. I'm gonna eat this entire thing. I'm gonna absolutely smack this. This soup is fire. So 9.5 out of 10. That's great. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe below. Check out some of our other videos and join the community. Next week, we're gonna hang out and we're gonna try another soup for next Soup Saturday. Just come hang out. It's fun. We get to try soup and look at some fun stuff. This has been Soup Saturday. My name is Rec, and I hope you have a good rest of your night or day, whatever time you're watching this. Maybe not on a Saturday. Should really be on a Saturday though.